All right, good morning. Happy Friday. What's up, everybody? It is time for your HMG weekly wrap up. Trying to do it from a different location this week. Bring you out in nature just a little bit. Hope everybody's doing well. We're starting off a little bit early today. Um, yeah, crazy week. Another busy week this week. How's everybody doing? I'm going to take a minute here, share this out. You guys know the deal. If you guys watch this, leave a comment. Let me know where you guys are at, how your week's going, and let me know that this is coming in loud and clear. So I'm down in my hometown, and I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background with it's garbage day here. So yeah, that's what you hear in the background. Anyway, all right. Uh, July this month. I was thinking about this the other day. I may have mentioned it earlier in the month. I don't know, but this month marks 10 years that started Heroes Media Group. So it was summer 2015. Um, I just shut down my previous company and was transferring and moving everything over. Um, what is now Heroes Media Group, and it's hard to believe that we're still doing this after 10 years. And it's kind of cool. I mean, it's really cool. Um, it just hit me. I don't know how else to put it. It just hit me. It was I'm proud of what we've accomplished in the last 10 years and what the future holds. You know, giving a voice to those uh, that serve our community heroes. Um, Creating a platform that is different in a sense of a cheerleader for the smaller mom and pops kind of businesses and trying to create more positivity in the world. And I thank each and every one of you, um, both past and present, that have been a part of Heroes Media Group, part of this journey for the last 10 years. We're only just getting started. I keep saying that because it seems like every time um, a month goes by or a quarter goes by, it's like little increments. We just keep moving forward little by little, and it's been a hell of a ride. It's been a great journey. It's something that I obviously am very passionate about. That's why I'm still here, and I appreciate you guys. So I want to start the show off today by just simply saying thank you for being here. I'm looking around. I guess actually, you get like I'm out. Like I said, I'm down in my hometown's like fairgrounds, and there's a right up over here. There's a bunch of deer on the sliding hill. It's beautiful. Maybe I can show you. I don't know. Let me try to slip us around here. It's like right in the background, right up there, right there. There's a few deer just frolicking around this morning. So let's talk about some stuff. What's been going on this week? Let me find the stories that I picked this week. I'm going to start off with this Andy Byron, the CEO of that astronomer. I think this is the company. Um, Huge social media firestorm, right? You see this guy, this couple at a Coldplay concert, and you see his arms wrapped around. You see this couple, and then all of a sudden they get really shy. And I guess the lead singer Coldplay made a comment or something, or at least one of the articles I read made a comment. on it, and I said, "Oh, maybe that couple's really shy, or maybe there's an affair going on." And lo and behold, uh, so it's interesting, and I say that because, like, hey, if you're going to cheat, maybe you shouldn't do it in a public setting. And that's not encouraging anybody to cheat. Certainly don't do that. But this guy, uh, what I find funny, like not haha, but he had the audacity to point the finger at like the people at Foxborough, the Kiss Cam people, and the camera guy, and then even the Coldplay's artist, the lead singer, and try blaming it on them. Like, oh, I didn't give them permission to put me on the big screen. You had a concert, moron. Like, what? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we need to create like a dumbass of the week, and that would that's the dumbass of the week. I think, my opinion. I don't know. The guy's and the company's worth like $1 billion, so his wife's gonna half of that. It's cost you big time, buddy. Gene Campbell, what's up, brother? How are you? How you doing? Gene, if you're watching, if you're still on, shoot me a text later so we can link up. I need to chat with you. All good things. I appreciate you jumping on, man. What else do we have? Another thing that I found on social media. Here's a question for you guys. True or false? How many of you have seen the videos of the animals leaving literally in herds Yellowstone Park? Have you guys seen this? A lot of social media influencers are saying, oh, the mountain lions are leading in packs, and grizzly bears are leading in herds, which never happens because there's going to be a volcanic eruption, and the elk herd is leaving. Like, all these animals are leaving Yellowstone all at once, right? Is that true or false? Are we being played? Is this a fear-mongering I don't know, event that we're trying to, are we being duped by this? Why am I bringing this up? Because it's interesting. It's interesting that all these animals are leaving kind of at pretty much at the same time, within the same timeline. And you're seeing it from the social media aspect of it. And just like, you get people that are putting their own opinions on it, right? So when you look this up, go just Google animals leaving Yellowstone, and now you start looking at mainstream media, and they're like, no, it's a hoax. It's not really happening. We've talked to the experts, scoops that true or false, which I don't trust them at all either. But they say no, it's a false narrative. It's just their migration patterns. Some of you out there are like, Adam, what's the point? Point is do research. Put the pieces together. You don't believe everything that you see on social media. I'm not saying that what's happening up in Yellowstone with the animals and stuff, I'm not saying it's true or false. I'm throwing it out there. Come to your own conclusion. Ken, good morning to you, brother. Thank you. I'm going to keep an eye on this because I find it very, very interesting. Because there's a lot of different animals going in large groups, leaving at the same time. Might raise a red flag. Now, could it be anything? Yeah, could be nothing. Could just be the way that the weather is this year, and different weather patterns, and it could be in search of food or several other things. We'll see. And if there's a volcano eruption in a couple of weeks, then we can say that the social media guys were right? I don't know. Check it out. It's very interesting, and you can find that you see a lot of the videos. One in particular, I forget the guy's name, but one in particular, the guy is like, oh, something's going on in Yellowstone because everybody, all the animals are leaving. I just find it interesting. All right, let's move on. Enough about the animals. Next up, Trump's bold move to kill NPR and PBS. How do you guys feel about this? Have you guys seen this? House Representatives preparing to pass a recessions bill that would eliminate approximately $9 billion in spending, including $1.1 billion in funding for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which supports NPR and PBS. The move follows Senate approval of a measure to narrow 51 to 48 vote on July 17th. The final House, that's tonight. The expected, or last night, the expected vote was before midnight. Haven't gotten an update on that. I'm sorry. Tonight is the deadline. I apologize. I messed up. House final vote is tonight. It's expected tonight before midnight. NPR CEO Catherine Maher stated that NPR cuts would be a, quote, real risk to public safety of the country, end quote. How would that be a public risk of public safety? I'm curious. Chris, good morning to you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate it, brother. Chris. Everybody, Chris, right there from, we could say this now, from Pushing Back Chaos. Chris, a.k.a. Mike. No. Mask is off. He is out. How would this be? Cutting NPR and how would that be a public safety? Ken, kill NPR liberals. I'm putting that on. I put that on. Thank you, Ken. Not a fan of NPR. And public safety. I'm just curious. NPR and PBS. Shut that down. It's public safety concern. Yeah, that's because they do so much, right? Pop, what do we have here? Ooh, I'm putting this up here. Yeah. Advertisers should be clamoring to sponsor programming, but they're not. They're not. That's a good point. Heather Elizabeth, good morning to you. All right, what do we got next? University caught receiving foreign funds. Now, let me put this disclaimer out here before I read this. This university, it's football season's right around the corner. So I picked this one just to kind of poke the bear a little bit. That's all I'm going to say. U.S. Department of Education Office of the General Counsel has opened an investigation to the University of Michigan after the university was caught accepting and failing to disclose sources of foreign aid. What? Maybe some of you remember, I think it was about a month or two ago, some Chinese nationals were caught smuggling biological materials into the United States for the University of Michigan laboratories. It's true. Should the University of Michigan be fined? If so, how? What should happen? Maybe they shouldn't have a football program this year. I don't know. Go Badgers. Next. Ken, all my Arizona peeps, pay attention. Border cartel drone surge threatens U.S. communities. The Arizona Attorney General Chris Myers warns them that Mexican drug cartels are deploying drones loaded with fentanyl and surveillance payloads deep into U.S. territory up to 50 miles. Why aren't we stopping that then? My states that it's a shocking number of drones that are coming inside of Arizona. It's very, very dangerous, end quote. The drones are actively delivering fentanyl, among other contraband aimed at devastating American families and communities. Sounds like a little bit of a scare tactic here. Because at the same time, it's like, don't we have things in place intercepting drones? That's a question, legitimate question. What are we doing to stop drones that are coming over? Especially up to 50 miles. Now, if you've ever worked border mission, or if you've ever been down to Arizona, Nogales, Ajo, Yuma, uh, these border towns, Sierra Vista. Well, Sierra Vista is not really a border town, but down on the border, you flying 50 miles in. I mean, that's not far. That's damn near Tucson, Green Valley. There. So what are we doing to stop that? Nowhere in the article does it say what either Arizona is doing or what Border Patrol is doing, or Customs, or any type of law enforcement agency for that matter, what they're doing to stop the drones. Pay attention to this. This is going to be something that we're going to see more of with autonomous vehicles, like drones flying over and handling stuff. It's you kind of look at it from they did use an example of the drones that were used in Ukraine. So this could potentially, these cartels could potentially weaponize these drones as they're spying on border patrol movements and stuff like that. So I don't say this in a sense of it as a scare tactic, but it is something that needs to be paid attention. It is something that we need to address. I wish they would take Katie Hobbs on the market. Ken, they need a big drone for that one. Anyway, next, we're going to move on. Apple embraces America's first agenda in rare earth deal. Oh, before I go into that one, Rich, first off, Rich, what's up, brother? How are you? Appreciate you jumping on. This is with the drone. They've been crossing the Rio Grande for almost 5 years. Rich, you got any intel on that and like what we're doing to stop that? Are we? I don't want to say counter drones, but do you know what I mean? What are we doing to combat the cartels using drones to get into the United States? There's a question. What are we doing to combat cartels using drones, flying over, dropping drugs into the United States? Let me get back to Apple. Apple, right? iPhones, they do the computers and stuff like that. Has announced a deal with MP Minerals to support the production of rare earth minerals to be used in smartphones and other devices. This is kind of a cool thing, and at the same time, there's a little worrisome for me. This is a $500 million deal that Apple supports. Apple pledged to invest $50 billion in the United States throughout President Trump's second term. Apple CEO Tim Cook said in a statement that America drives everything we do at Apple. We're proud to deepen the investment in the U.S. economy. Explains it's going to help strengthen the supply of these vital materials where here in the United States. So they're going to unearth this stuff, put it in these technology things. Here's the thing where bothers me a bit. I like the fact that we're manufacturing and doing stuff and using stuff here in the United States, creating jobs. That's great. but there's always a flip side to that, and what does that look like? And we don't know yet on it. And I bring this up because it kind of ties in with something I read, and I didn't put it in here, but I'm going to bring it up now. Is 3 Mile Island in Pennsylvania, which is just south of Harrisburg. It's the old, it's an old nuclear facility there, and I think it was Amazon, Microsoft. I think Microsoft bought that. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's Microsoft. Anyway, they're gearing up one of the burners again, so they can use it to their nuclear energy to nuclear energy is going to be used for the next step of like these AI and these software programs and to run these big data centers. That's sort of these big data centers. And nothing to do with people, nothing to do with your housing, nothing to do with like bringing your electric bill down or anything like that. This is all for these big data centers and stuff like that. How do you guys feel about stuff like that? Look this up. Look up 3 Mile Island. Here's something else for you guys to look up. 3 Mile Island. How do you guys feel about it? How do you guys feel about using nuclear energy for public traded companies or some private for these data centers that they're going to create over the next several years? Thoughts on that? Last headline this week. Christian coffee company. They have a stroke this morning? I don't know about it. What the hell? Christian coffee shop attacked for serving the homeless. A Denver coffee shop owner is facing organized protests from radical left groups after launching a Christian-based outreach to support the city's homelessness. Gene, this is right in your neck of the woods. Denver-based company, The Drip Cafe, owner Jamie Sanchez, also the founder of the ministry Recycle God's Love, says his mission is to serve the needy, has drawn hostility solely because of his Christian faith. Sanchez stated that his ministry over a decade ago, or started his ministry over a decade ago with his late wife, Carolyn, offering meals and Bible studies to the homelessness. The effort grew into a broad network of churches, businesses, and volunteers, eventually leading to Project Revive, a program launched in 2020 that provides faith-based rehabilitation and reentry support for the homelessness, including addiction counseling, housing, and employment. Here's why I bring this story up, is because one, it's a faith-based, and we consider the clergy as part of the Heroes community, first and foremost. Second, this is a positive story. It's positive in a sense, or it's not positive that he's being attacked for serving the homeless, but kudos to Jamie Sanchez for stepping up and doing good on a much broader scale. Your timing is impeccable, David. So anyway, I bring that story up because I think that let's look at the positive side of it. Somebody doing good for others, and there's a lot of people out there that simply don't like that. God forbid you do something nice for somebody else and it pisses people off because you're a good person. So I'm going to reach out to this Jamie Sanchez of the Drip Cafe over in Denver, Colorado, and see if we can't get an interview with them. All right. All right. Let's dive into some of the events. Next month, August 17th, we're going to be down in Clearwater, Florida, live. I'm super pumped about this event. I'm looking forward to getting down there. We're going to be at the OCC Roadhouse Museum in Clearwater, Florida for a Salute to American Heroes celebrity benefit concert. And they got a great lineup there. If you've followed us for years, our buddy Dave Bray, USA, is going to be singing there. They got a red carpet. If you're in Florida, whether you're in Tampa, St. Pete, or Clearwater, that area, and you want to come to this event, HMG's got a table. We're getting a table, a VIP table. And if you're interested in coming down, hit me up. Let me know because we'll save you a seat. Would love to hear your thoughts on this, or if you want to come. So I hope any of you that watch this now and you want to take a trip down to Florida for a few days, let's come on down. This is gonna be a fun time. We got interviews lined up already. HMG will be live there. We should have a few of the HMG other shows that are going to be there. Some special guests, probably an interview with Paul, my friend Renee Wagner, who's putting this on with her team. Amazing group. 06 Reveille. I had Franco on a couple months ago. Great event. For more information, go to saluteamericanheroes.com. And if I can just try to multitask here, I'm going to put this on here. There you go. I'm going to put that in the comments below. So anyway, love to see you guys down there. If you can make it. Mark Peterson, Patriot Pride. Love it. I'm going to see Mark and Andrea next Wednesday. They are the People's Patriot Project. They are based out of Minnesota and right across the water. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Let's see here. Have a Glenn. Appreciate you, brother. Gene, what do we have here? Yeah, that's a straight fact. All right, let's get into some shows, guys. I got to get into some shows because, believe it or not, your man's got to get on the road again today for a short trip. Topics, real quick. Again, first off, those of you that are on here, I want to say thank you for the last 10 years. It's been absolutely amazing. July, if you missed the beginning of the show, July marks our 10-year anniversary, birthday, whatever you want to call it. But it's been 10 years since we started Heroes Media Group. And I would not be here if it wasn't for all of you. Your support, your funny comments, your love, the banter, all of it has been a blessing, not just for me, but for many people out there. To all of the shows that we have on Heroes Media Group, special thanks to those guys. All of the shows here that believe in the mission, that want to be a part of this mission. Thank you for all the viewers and listeners. It has been a fantastic journey thus far. And the next 10 years are only going to get better. So thank you for that. Let's talk about hero stories. It's right around the corner. We have a couple of hero stories that have been submitted. I'm looking forward, but that's going to be a new series that we're going to start in August. So stay tuned for that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me explain it to you. I want to hear your story, or maybe you have a hero in your community or someone that you feel is a hero. Tell us a little bit about them. And you can, wasn't ready for that. Go figure. Email me at media@heroesmediagrp.com. Share their story. Let's get them, and maybe even get them on an interview and let's hear their story, why you think that they are a community hero to you. So send that stuff in. I want names, share their stories. We'd love to highlight community heroes here. And I'm looking forward to doing that starting next month. So yeah, David, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. All right, let's dive into some of the shows. Great shows. We got 2 new shows. Just closed another show last week, or earlier this week rather. And looking forward to that. Those shows are going to be starting here in August, and we will announce the name of those shows next week. So looking forward to that. Double S Podcast, Gene Campbell. I don't know if Gene's still on, but go to their YouTube channel, Double S Podcast on YouTube. Puts on a great show. Absolutely love it. Gene heads up a organization called True Patriot Outfitters over there in Colorado, but they have teams out in the western states there. So if you're not familiar with them, definitely go check them out. But they do a great show live on Sunday nights, Double S Podcast, and you can catch them also here on the HMG channel. Next up, Veteran Dad Podcast. This week, Surrender Isn't Giving Up. I thought that was interesting. One of the things that they talk about is you have to choose to go through the fear and pain to heal, as well as all the nerves or nevers. Jesus, I'm on a roll today, aren't I? Yet on the other side of it, the surrender through humility is true happiness through relief. And it starts with a choice, and it can start today. This is a really cool. Adam Cummings is a Marine Corps veteran. Very open about struggles that he's had prior to becoming a father, and he's got a very young child at home, so he's kind of learning the dad process, and it's been fun chatting with him and working through this, and he shares this with others. So it's called the Veteran Dad Podcast. It's a great show. Check it out. The Disgruntled PM. This week's title, My Leadership Book, didn't cover this. Leadership for any arena. This week, they explore the nuances of leadership and project management, particularly from a military perspective. They discuss common misconceptions about military leadership. What? There's misconceptions of military leadership? I never would have guessed that. They also talk about the importance of ethical practices and the transition from project manager to leader. It's called the Disgruntled PM. Go check it out. Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast with JJ Hardy this week. What does it really take to build a strong team and strong leaders from inside out? Kind of in the park, people. I'm sorry. JJ sits down with Michael Jortson, a seasoned executive coach, serial entrepreneur, and the founder of MJ Human Capital Consulting to unpack the raw truths of leadership in a fast-moving organization. Check it out. Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast. Keep It Spiritually Simple with Sandra McEllis. She does a live YouTube channel every 3 days a week, usually. This week, Kate Lumley and Botany Sciences. Interesting. I'm going to have to check that one out. I've not checked that one out yet. And David, an oxymoron. Yeah, right. Next up, we got Faith, Valor, Growth. This week, Veteran to Visionary, How Faith and Mentorship Fuel Business Success. With yours truly. That's right. I was the special guest, like military. I was the special guest this week on Faith, Valor, and Growth, and we talk about some of my military service, going from that to parenting as a single father to starting Heroes Media Group and our new company that I've co-founded called The Maker's Machine. And the Maker's Machine, those of you that don't know, it's a kind of a support network for entrepreneurs. So those of you that don't know my full story and like to hear about it, Faith, Valor, Growth, I share a lot of that. So check that out. Next up, we got the Strategic Veteran. What if retiring from something is exactly why you'll never feel free? This caught my attention. I'm not going to lie. This was a very cool episode. Chad Hufford built Veritas Wealth Management from his garage in Alaska to a firm trusted with $500 million. He's not just a numbers guy. He's a disciple of discipline, resilience, and ruthless simplicity. For Chad, money is just a tool. That's it. It's just a tool. Your character is the blueprint, and he dives into what he means by that. Great episode, Strategic Veteran. Check it out. Homefront Sit Rep Podcast. This week, Objective Zero. How tech and community are saving veterans' lives. This is pretty interesting. Objective Zero, it's an organization that believes that no service member, veteran, or caregiver should ever feel alone in their struggles. That's why they created the Objective Zero app. Now, it's a completely free app. It's a confidential platform designed to provide instant access to mental health resources, wellness tools, and a slew of other things. But they deep dive into that this week. So it's called Homefront Sit Rep Podcast. David Willis, host of that show. Nice work. Good job. Next up, JMAC Podcast. This episode came out yesterday. U.S. Navy veteran David Hamrick diving into methods of managing your mental health day to day and how to face it heads on. He opens up about his decision to join the Navy, what he experiences in his time in service, and then some of the traumatic experiences that became a turning point in his life. JMAC Podcast, check it out. Patriots Inside the Wire, or our two-step tribe. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, they go live. They do a great show. I shared one last night when they were live on the Heroes Media Group Facebook page. Go check it out. Patriots Inside the Wire. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show. This week, they're discussing managing hypothermia and understanding that the sun will kill you. What do I mean by that? Well, you got to listen to it. Arms Room Show. These guys, the OG of HMG. This is the first show that we brought over to this platform, our network, and the team over there has just done a fantastic job. And they put out a slew of knowledge. And if you're not following them, you really are missing out. So go check it out, the Arms Room Show. Next up, Misfit Nation Podcast. Carol Harris, a decorated Marine veteran, retired law enforcement executive, and leadership expert with over 35 years of combined military and federal service. Carol's career has spanned combat deployments, major narcotic investigations, national communications leadership, and oversight of high-stake field operations in Los Angeles. Crazy story. He's done a lot. Real cool episode, Misfit Nation Podcast. Check it out. A couple more. Stay with me, guys. Label Free Podcast. Vera Hellman, the founder of Emotion Codex, the author of the Encyclopedia of Emotions, all the way from the Netherlands. That's right. She was calling in from the Netherlands. Vera shares her unique journey into the world of emotions, driven by intuition and a deep desire to help others understand their emotional landscapes. She explains how Emotion Codex serves as a third-dimensional model that categorizes emotions into energetic groups, helping individuals navigate their feelings and identify the underlying messages they convey. Interesting. Check it out. It's called the Label Free Podcast. Next up, we got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. Let's talk about going places. That's what this week's topic was. They do a show every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. This week, they explores the physical, emotional, and spiritual journeys of our veterans and first responders take as they move towards healing purpose. This was a great episode. Check it out. We got your 6 at 6. They actually do a couple of shows each week. There's big Mark Peterson. What's up, Mark? Mark, what other nights do you guys do shows? I know you got WeP3 Radio. You do your weekly debrief. as well. Please share it in the comments sections below. But the one that I'm talking about right now, we got your 6 at 6, Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's like a round table. They do a great show. And they always have some great guests on. So make sure you guys check it out. Next up, Other Side of the Firewall. They do a show Monday through Friday. They're talking cybersecurity topics, including the vulnerability in ServiceNow that allows unauthorized data access and how that's going to implement the implications of North American APT attacking China using exchange zero-day exploits. I have no idea what that means. That's IT stuff. But when I started listening to it, pay attention. This IT topics are going to get more and more in the news. Good or bad, I'll let you guys be the decision of that. Deciding factor. You guys decide. Last one, chasing happiness. If you're carrying the weight of the financial pressure, unfinished project, or silent stress, how many of you get like that? I do, right? Here's what you're going to hear in this episode: how control was costing Ryan's piece. Ryan's the host of the show. Morning routine that kind of helped stop him spiraling out of control. And the one question that he now asks God every single day. Chasing happiness. Check it out. Shout out to my tax fella. I talked with Anthony earlier this week. Great dude. Loved him and his team. And they're always on top of stuff. You know, if I got a problem with books or if they got questions on stuff, they're asking. They do all of our taxes for all my businesses. So shout out to my tax fellow. From the farm, our buddy AJ was on some mainstream media stuff this week as well, talking about our food sovereignty and whatnot. If you have not checked out From the Farm, please go do so. You will thank me for doing it. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. My buddy Jim, Marine Corps veteran, runs a bait shop down in southern Lancaster County near Ocotillo Reservoir. They are doing a ton of fishing tournaments this summer. They have been on fire with supporting veterans and first responders in the community. Hats off to you, brother. Go check them out. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. Warriors on the Water Ltd. Fin Tactical. They're the ones responsible for our amazing website that we have. Go check them out. The Freedom People. Go check this organization out. Get your trust done. Learn the laws, how to protect your assets and everything like that. Go check it out. Excuse me, VA Claim Builder. If you're a veteran and you need your claims and you're working on your disability stuff, it's a free app, VA Claim Builder. Go check it out. Help me get you started. Forget genetics. Can't forget these guys. Barry. The hunting season's right around the corner. There's deer everywhere behind me. Forget genetics. They have amazing products that will put animals in your woods. And they're freaking awesome. And it's veteran owned. And he's all over the East Coast, and they're expanding into the Midwest and out West. So check it out. Forget Genetics. Go to forgetgenetics.com. And then, of course, HMG Beverage, our sister company. We got our coffee, and we're working on some other stuff. Hopefully it will launch later this fall. One of the topics I'm going to talk about next week is coffee and the prices on that, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. But stay tuned for next week for that. So anyway, that's it. That's all the time I got. Let's have a great weekend. Again, all of you that are here, thank you. Share this out. Send me some DMs or leave a comment of what you guys want us to talk about. And please nominate a hero in your area, whether it's you, a family member, your local PD, firefighter, teacher, could be your neighbor for something that they did. Let's hear it. All right. Let's start sharing some more positive stories. Until next week, God bless you. God bless America. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a safe weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.